this for more than 2 weeks on air. About 2.5 weeks ago, my cousin, very sweet person, good friend of mine, Peter Hammond, died. Got sick one day, died the next, not being able to breathe. Then his father, my uncle, who was taking care of him, my mother's brother, has now been sick for, I guess that was 3 weeks ago when Peter got sick, for 3 weeks, and has been in the hospital for over a week. So bad they had to sedate him and basically put him on oxygen with assisted breathing. And he's gotten a little bit better, but it's my mother and father are there right now, and it is just serious situation. And because I really love my uncle, you know, he's one of the people that helped wake me up to the New World Order. He's actually called in on the show over the years, William Hammond, and just pray for him out in East Texas. He's in a good hospital in Tyler. But the issue is, I called it a mystery illness because I had swabs done on my children who had been sick for weeks. But because of vitamins and minerals and stuff, the fever never goes away. They're going around doing stuff. They're whatever. They just have a low fever and cough. My dad's been sick for a month, almost a month. My wife's been sick for 3 weeks. I have not gotten it by the grace of God. And I chalk it up to the Beyond Tangy Tangerine, the iodine, and the rest of it. Literally, because, I mean, I don't ever get sick anymore. I don't even get allergies anymore. I used to be racked by them. By the grace of God, I'm more healthy. I drink more water, too. That's part of it. But they tested him 2.5 weeks ago, the first time he went to the hospital. He didn't go to the hospital for about a week after his son died. And nothing came back. It's not flu. It's not bacteria. It's not... And I was saying, look for microplasms. And they're like, oh, wow. And then now they are finding some type of weird microplasm. I've got the literature at home in some people, but not in my uncle. And it's really weird because they say his lungs look like he's been smoking 5 packs of cigarettes his whole life. He's never been a smoker. He was always an athlete and was in athletics, I guess football and track at LSU, and a Vietnam veteran, a helicopter pilot with Special Forces, delivering Special Forces, shot down 6 times. He never told anybody about it. Me and my cousin dug into his trunk, his army trunk one time, just unbelievable black ops all over Vietnam and other countries over there. Just a really great guy. With his shirt off and shorts, he looks like he's in better shape than I am. He's a strong guy. And the reason we know, look, flu, they say, kills 35,000 people a year, but that's usually infirm people, and it's really about 10,000, the medical numbers show. Out of 300 million, that's not that many, but it is a problem. This is killing healthy people, people that are like oxes, young people, children, and there's no media coverage of it. There's no coverage until now. KHOU 11, we're putting it up on Infowars.com. This just came out last night. The lady just called in. Debbie, we're going to go back to her in a minute. My uncle believed it was chemtrails because, he was also a regular pilot and stuff and did all sorts of piloting down in Latin America and things. And he pointed out that the lower chemtrails were coming in and actually coming in and dissipating on the ground. The investigation of the mysterious illness in Montgomery County is expanding to other hospitals as doctors report similar cases. The new cases files are being reviewed for similarity for 8 of the Conroe regional medical centers that prompted a Montgomery County Health Department investigation. See, somebody finally has a brain at that health department. I mean, they'll take one SARS case and act like it's the end of the world, folks. They have international freakouts. This is something they can't identify, killing people. And not just people I know. Rob Dew's friend, one of his best friends, went to sleep, woke up dead. Overnight pneumonia. 4 of those 8 patients died, and 2 are still fighting for their lives at one hospital. 8 people come in, and 4 of them died. 2 are fighting for their lives. My uncle's fighting for his life right now at another hospital in East Texas. We don't currently have a diagnosis for what we call this illness. See, they can't discover it, folks. They take the cultures, they send them off. They can't find out what it is. And again, they can't find out what it is, so they're just calling it flu to push the vaccine. And folks, it came out in studies 5 years ago that flu vaccine was actually spreading it. You can look that up. And the more vaccines we take, the sicker we get. And then it gives it to other people and it incubates in them. Mysterious respiratory illness strikes Southern Alabama. 2 dead. Oh, we just found another one. Oh, they never find out what it is, folks. That's because they don't want anybody to know. This stuff's all sent off to the CDC. Debbie, what do you think's going on here? See, because again, if it was even something that wasn't that big of a deal, they'd be fear-mongering it. They're not fear-mongering it. This is the same government that's done lethal biological releases in New York before in the subway. They don't want us to know. I mean, this is something special. Go ahead.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Is the fact that since nobody is saying anything about this swine flu, they created such a panic over it. And
oh yeah, you'd have some diabetic with both their legs cut off, totally sick, die of it, and they put them all over the news. You got healthy people dying, and they're not talking about it.
Exactly, and since it was just simply out of Conroe, which I'm 15 miles from Conroe. It shocked me last night.
Ma'am, it's everywhere. It's all over the country. When I talk about this, the emails flood in. People are dying all over the place.
Yeah, and it's really sad because people are going to have to start looking into it. I mean, since they won't say anything about it, it makes you wonder why. Why are they not getting the CDC? Why is the CDC not saying anything? What is it? And how do you protect yourself from it? That's the biggest thing. I mean, is it airborne? Is it not? Is it by contacts? How is it?
Well, yeah, I mean, they can identify anything, whether it's H1N9E or whether it's bird flu, this or that. There's another one. Mother says mystery illness transferred son into dying patient in days. Same deal, respiratory. Actually, it's in local news, but not national news, showing there's a blackout, folks. If 2 people die in China of some weird new viral thing, it's all over the news. Well, something's going on. This needs to be investigated. Like tomorrow, I'm going to open the phones up in the first hour or two for people to talk about this. We're going to get to the bottom of this. I should have been on this. My gut told me it's something really nasty. Thank you so much, Debbie.